Hey everyone, it's Matt with Surf City TCG. Today I'm in the top left playing Shadow the Hedgehog. Shadow is a brand new commander from the Secret Lair drop series featuring Sonic the Hedgehog. Shadow is double black, double red, 4 mana for a 4/2 Hedgehog mercenary. He's got haste, and whenever Shadow or another creature you control with either flash or haste dies, you draw a card. And then Chaos Control, each spell you cast has split second if mana from an artifact was spent to cast it. Split second means that as long as that spell is on the stack, players can't cast spells or activate abilities to respond. Like, they don't get any priority to respond, except with mana abilities, which does create some small corner case situations, but typically this means the spells you cast, regardless of what kind of spells they are, creatures, artifacts, enchantments, anything, are uncounterable, basically. There, again, are some very small corner case situations, but typically you can expect that whatever you cast is going to resolve without anyone having a chance to respond. So obviously an extremely powerful ability, being able to resolve whatever you want without anyone getting a chance to respond is ultra strong. It turns your removal spells into things that could kill otherwise unkillable things, like a Sakura Tribe Elder. Not that you'd want to kill poor Steve, but if you did, you could, and they wouldn't even be able to sacrifice him in response because he doesn't have a mana ability. Sacrificing to find a land is not a mana ability. A mana ability is only one that produces mana. So Shadow is a haste and flash creatures matters deck that can cast anything they want without worrying about being interrupted. So very, very powerful ability. And the fact that he draws a card when he dies, so he replaces himself, is great. And then any creatures you play that have haste or that have flash, if they die, they replace themselves. So I'm playing a lot of cards that generate creatures that can attack right away, but then die or sacrifice on end step. Stuff like Erebos Forge is great in this deck. Card like Tempt with Vengeance is awesome too, because even if no one gives you the additional creatures, which they shouldn't, you're still getting a bunch of 1/1s with haste, which is great. And then we're playing a lot of sacrifice outlets to make sure that we can force them to die on the turn during which they have haste, if it's only until end of turn. Kind of plays similarly to Zurgo Stormrender in a way. In the top right, Anikthea, Hand of Erebos. This is the Abzan commander from the Commander Masters Precons. 5 mana, 2 white, black, and green for a 4/4 enchantment creature demigod. She's got Menace, and says other enchantment creatures you control have Menace. Whenever Anikthea enters the battlefield or attacks, exile up to 1 target non-aura enchantment from your graveyard and create a token copy of it, except it's a 3/3 zombie in addition to its other types. So this is a really cool spin on an Enchantress deck. It includes black, which Enchantress decks normally do not, and it allows you to reanimate your enchantments from the graveyard, but as creatures. And they're actually 3/3 zombies instead of whatever. Well, you know, if you reanimate a creature enchantment, like one of the new Saga creatures, for example, it will override its power and toughness as a 3/3. But if you animate any sort of enchantment that isn't normally a creature, it becomes a 3/3. So this is just an Enchantress deck that honestly, this deck can be built in a lot of different ways. But regardless of how you do it, it's really cool. It just lets you reuse your enchantments. A lot of times it ends up being a little bit pillow forty, just because that's the nature of playing a lot of enchantments. But really fun commander, really fun deck, and very interesting one too. In the bottom right, Hashaton, Scarab's Fist. 2 mana, white, black, for a 1/3 zombie wizard, who says whenever you discard a creature card, you may pay 2 and a blue. If you do, create a tap token that's a copy of that creature, except it's a 4/4 black zombie. So another commander that creates zombie tokens in an interesting way. So pretty cool to have both of those commanders in the same game. Hashaton's very, very strong though. I did two different deck guides on Hashaton. Original one, which is, you know, in my style, which is top of the line, optimized bracket 3 version, which is extremely strong. And then I ended up doing a downgrade video, which is like, I loved playing Hashaton, but it just felt too strong. I was winning all the time at bracket 3, and I thought, let's see if we can make this a little bit weaker and maybe a little bit more budget friendly. So I did a whole video on how to turn my optimized bracket 3 version into a slightly less tuned and slightly less expensive bracket 3 version. So I will link my optimized bracket 3 video guide here, and then I will also link my deck downgrade video in which I talk about how to figure out what to change, you know, what to cut, what to add, etc. So really, both really helpful videos, and highly encourage you to check those out if Hashaton is a commander in which you're interested. But basically the way this deck works is you're playing lots of discard outlets, and then you can play a lot of huge and scary creatures that you can cheat in for just 3 mana. And they become 4/4s, which usually is a downgrade, but sometimes you'll drop in something like an Esper Sentinel, and it will be a big upgrade for you because now it's a 4/4 Esper Sentinel. And now instead of having to pay 1, they have to pay 4. It's almost like it upgrades from a wristic buddy to a fish stick buddy, if you will. Lastly, in the bottom left, Shagrat, Loot Bearer. Awesome to see this commander. I've never seen someone play him. I've wanted to build it because I opened him as my pre-release card for the Lord of the Rings pre-release, but I never did. So cool that God of Nar did that here. 4 mana for a 4/4 Orc Soldier. When Shagrat Loot Bearer attacks, attach up to 1 target equipment to it. Then amass Orcs X, where X is the number of equipment attached to Shagrat. Amass means you create a 0/0 Orc army if you don't already have one, and then you put a +1 counter on it for each time you're amassing. So if you amass 5, you create a 0/0 Orc army, and then you put 5 +1 counters on it. If you already have an Orc army, you just add 5 counters to the one you have. So Shagrat's really cool because he can steal equipment, right? It does not say an equipment you control, so when he attacks, you can yoink, I'm going to take those Swiftfoot boots off you, put them on Shagrat. And whoever you stole from, still is the owner of that and controller of that equipment. So you can't pay the equip cost to move it to a different creature you control because you're not the controller. Even though it's on your creature, you can't do that. So they can just move it back to their creature. So that's something to keep in mind. But still pretty cool that he can yoink equipment off stuff. So yeah, just a very interesting and unique build that I love to see more decks like this for commanders that don't get a lot of love. This was a very quick game, as is appropriate for a Sonic the Hedgehog character, but I like to post all the games that I play regardless of how quick or slow they were, because I feel like you can get something out of every game, even if it ends up being very one-sided, which this game was. I won't tell you whose favor it was in, you'll find out shortly. But yeah, I hope you enjoy. First, gotta go fast. Mulligan.
Like it.
I'll keep second 7. I'll start. Good luck, have fun. Sure, off return. Bloodstained Mire. I'll crack it for a Surveil land and pass.
Drop. The end of the turn and pass.
Swamp and pass.
Swamp ass.
Ew.
Draw.
TMI.
I too will swamp ass, but I'm gonna tap it for a prying blade. Equipped creature gets 0 plus 0 plus 1 plus 0. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, I create a treasure. And that's it. Pass.
Grabbed a Raucous Theater. I'm going to Surveil 1. We'll leave it on top. Tap, upkeep, draw. Mountain. 2 for Arcane Signet. And pass.
What? I forgot to do that. For 2, Ashen Barrens, for 2, Talisman of the Unity, and pass the turn.
Draw. Plains. And then tap 2 for Hashaton. And pass.
Untap, draw, turn. Mountain. Pass.
Tap, upkeep, draw. Graven Cairns. And I guess let's just play the guy. Shadow the Hedgehog. Move to combat. I'll send... Let's go at you, Ryan, with a 4-2.
Yep. I'll take 4 commander.
Alright. Pew the T.
Draw. Nice. We have white, black, Rapdos, and Rapdos. For 1, 2, I take 1 damage from Talisman, I take green, I want to play Herald of the Fountain. Enchantment spell I cast costs 1 for less for cast, and whenever I cast enchantment, I gain 1 life. And pass the turn.
Untap. Draw. Island as land for turn. Just tap 2 for a Corpse Knight. And pass.
Alright, keep, draw for turn. We'll play another mountain. Tap for 3 for a commander sphere. And pass.
Tap, upkeep, draw. Combat? Let's go... Actually... Hold on a sec. Guess I'll pay 3... for a Kellogg Dangerous Mind. And we'll have split second because I used my Arcane Signet. Try scanning it there if it didn't work. It's a 3/2 first strike haste. When it attacks, I make a treasure. I can sack 5 treasures to gain control of a creature as long as I control him. But sorcery speed only. Alright, and then I will go to combat and send Shadow at you, God, and I will send Kellogg at you, Delirium. He's a 3/2 first strike.
I take 3.
Okay, I will make 1 treasure. And second main. Dang, I screwed up. It's fine. I'll crack the treasure and tap 1 for Generous Plunder. And then I'll play this Cabal Coffers as land return and pass. I have 1 swamp right now.
Okay. Draw. Oh. Take 1. Play Destiny Spinner. Creature enchantment spell I control can be countered. Tap 4 1 green, 3 and 1 green. Target land I control become an X6 elemental creature with trample and haste until the end of the turn. X is the number of enchant I control. Is still a land and gain 1. And cover now pass the turn.
Untap and draw. Underground River. It's land for turn. Two for a Ret Tomb Mystic. And
We each lose 1.
yep. And then I will move to
You should take 1 Delirium from Corpse Knight.
Yeah.
let's see.
2/2.
Yeah. Y'all send the Corpse Knight your way, sir.
Really?
Yeah.
Sure, I'll trade.
And then I will pass the turn.
Tap, upkeep, draw. Play this beautiful swamp.
Beautiful.
That's fun. I'm just going to tap for 3 and cast a Brawler's Plate. And I think from there I will P the T.
Okay. And tap. Upkeep, draw. Seems good. Alright, move to combat. Shadow at you, God, for 4 commander, and Kellogg at Ryan, 3/2 first strike. I'll make a treasure on attack.
No blocks.
Okay.
I took the damage as well.
Okay. Second main. Tap 4 to play a Grim Servant with split second. A 3/2 menace that lets me tutor a card equal to my devotion to black, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. So mana value 4 or less. and I lose 3 life. I'm going to get Urborg, Tomb of Yawgmoth. And I will play it as land for turn, so everyone has swamps now in addition to other types. And I am just going to pass.
Perfect. Land of the turn. For 1 and white, to lose 1. And 1 white, I want to play Hour of Silence. May spells, artifact, enchantment of opponents cost 2 more for Bibline, for recast. I sacrifice Hour of Silence, destroy an artifact on enchantment target. Take 1. And for 1 black, I want to play. No. For 2, I want to play Grim Tutor. No, Grim Guardian, sorry. Every time another enchantment enters the battlefield under my control, each opponent lose 1.
You want to play that first?
Yes, yeah, I forgot that.
Yep, take one.
I'll take 1.
Thank you.
Yep.
Again, 1 more because of enchantment. Pass the turn.
Untap, draw. Contaminated landscape as land for turn. We'll just tap for 5 for Temet. Move to combat. Send 2 in the air at you, Delirium, on attack.
Okay.
I'll draw.
It's commander? No.
No, but it'll be 3 in there. So I'll draw and discard.
3 on 2, sorry.
It's 3.
Okay.
When I draw, it got big. When I drew, it got bigger. And then I will pass the turn.
All right. Untap, upkeep, draw. All right, I'm going to tap for 3 red. Sorry, more 3 red. Wrong artifact. And then tap for 1. Sorry, hold on. I'm doing this the wrong way. Let me do it this way. I'm going to tap for a swamp to cast a Dark Writ. And then pay 1, 2, 3 red, plus 4. Sorry, plus 3 and 4. And I'll overload a Spectacular Showdown.
Oh,
It'll
Lord.
put a double strike counter on each creature, and then each creature with the double strike counter is goaded.
Yikes. Okay.
And that's all I'm doing for turn. I'll pass.
Well, you guys are dead. Crack Treasure and tap 2 on end step, so 3 total. I'm going to cast a split second Fire Covenant. And I'm gonna choose to kill everything on board. So what's the total toughness of all of your stuff? Please? Dryan and Delirium? What's your total toughness?
Me, 4, 3, and 2.
Okay. No.
8.
Alright, I'll pay 17 life and kill everything. Sorry.
Sorry guys, 1 second. Oh,
Tap upkeep. Draw. Well, I don't know. Should I wait? He's tapped out, right? I think so.
believe he was
I think so.
tapped out.
Sure. Alright, let's go to activate coffers. I'll make 5 black. You have 3 artifacts right now, Nar?
Yes.
Okay. 5 and then 6. So let's split second. I'll cast a Cavern Horde Dragon. It costs 3 less because someone has 3 artifacts. And when it hits a player, I make a treasure for each artifact they control.
Okay.
Alright, and then I'm going to go to attacks, but I guess I'll wait for Delirium. My stuff's all goated, but this one is not, correct?
Anything that wasn't on the battlefield when I cast that is not.
Got it. Well, the dragon's going to be going at you, Nar, assuming...
sorry
He's
guys,
back.
I have a problem. I have my grandma in hospital. I need to go. Sorry.
Did you say you need to go?
Yes, my grandma is in hospital. I need to go.
Oh,
Sorry.
I'm so sorry. Good luck.
Bye.
Hope for the best, brother.
Oof. That sucks. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, this game's over anyway. Sorry about this, guys. I'll send the dragon at you, Nar, and I have to attack you with everything, apparently, Ryan. So
Yep.
it's 8 commander plus 12 non-commander. And then 6 in the air at you, Nar.
I would take 6.
Alright, I make 1 treasure from Kellogg and 3 from hitting you, unless you're wanting to sack your sphere in response.
What do? I take 3?
I'm going to make a treasure for each artifact you control when it hits, so if you wanted to stop me from making 1, you could sack your commander sphere.
Gotcha. No, you're good.
Okay. So
It's
I'm
not worth it.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure you had the option.
Thank you.
Yep, 4 treasures. Yeah, I'm just going to crack all of them and tap 2 more. Cast a split-second Vein Ripper. And I'll pass. Good luck, and I'm sorry.
Words
Hmm.
Say double Blood Artist
That's crazy.
with the difficult to pay ward. Yeah, it's gross. This card's nuts.
2 for a Ledger Shredder. And 3 for a Monument to Endurance.
There you go.
Yeah, Ledger
nice.
Shredder trigger. Draw, and I'll discard a Lazatop. Chancellor, I will choose to...
You don't get it this time. It's on the stack.
Oh, yep, you're right. Do get a counter, though.
Yes.
And I will pass.
All right. Untap, upkeep, draw. Um. Let's see. This probably isn't going to do anything for me, but I'm going to tap for 2 swamp +2 for a diabolic tutor.
Okay.
Search for a card, put it into my hand, and then shuffle. I am
Blasphemous
tapped out.
Act. You have 1.
I do have 1, but
Blasphemous Act is not discounted enough.
I don't think so, no. The only other thing I could think of.
Are you playing Darkness?
Fingers. Shit. It could be that one too. Okay, hold on. Yeah, I think we're gonna do this. We'll do that one right there. All right. I can't cast it this turn. It's not a blasphemous act, but that's all I can do. Pass, and we'll see what happens.
Okie dokie. Untap, upkeep, draw. Cassia Henny. We'll do it with split second. And then I will move to combat. You've got no blockers, Nar?
Nothing, bro.
Okay.
Swing it all.
Six. All right, Shadow and Cavern Horde at you, Nar. That would be 14. 6. I guess these 4 at you, Ryan. And then on attack, I will make a treasure, and that's it. So, Nar, you've got 14, 8 of which is commander. And then Ryan, you've got 6, 12, 18, 20. You can block.
No blocks.
All of those are 6.
Yep. No blocks.
I took the damage.
Okay, you took 14?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll make 3 treasures. And I guess I'll finish it with a... I don't think I can... Oh, I can just sack my stuff. So I'll sack Grim Servant to Yahenni and ping you for 2 with Vein Ripper.
Okay.
Then I'll activate Cabal Coffers for 5, crack 4 more treasures, that's 9. Okay, I have 9 mana floating. I'll sack another creature, ping you for 2 more.
Okay.
And then 9 floating, I'll exsanguinate for 7 with split second.
Sure. GG's.
I guess. That felt pretty one-sided.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My deck's a very low 3. It's only a 3 because of a couple cards I have in here, but
Yeah.
yours is pretty tuned in. I mean, it's not super fast or nothing. It's just you got good shit.
Well, I
in
also just got a nuts hand.
it. Yeah. Also, that guy leaving didn't help.
Yeah. By supporting me on Patreon, you help me toward my dream of quitting my day job and opening my own local game store. You can earn credits that you can use toward in-depth and detailed deck reviews, one-on-one coaching sessions, custom tokens, and more. Thanks for your consideration. I truly appreciate your support.